not 3, not 4, not even 6, but 8. 8 cores. It's legit. And not only is it legit, my processor has a race. Motherboard that weighs like a ton of gold. I have never had to carry a motherboard with 2 hands. Ever. Till now. Was initially gonna get, I would say 16 gigs. But I figured if we're going for 8 cores, we might as well go for 32, right? Because it's supposed to be for rendering. It's supposed to be. The H110 with stock fans. It's not something that I would have wanted. I would have preferred to use Noctua fans on these, but we'll see how all that goes. We'll see if it's gonna get too loud. Was never really one for SSDs, and I think in most situations I still don't see the point. But hey, anything to get that Battlefield 4 map load faster, right? Okay, I'm sweating buckets over here. I'm installing a $1,000 CPU into a more or less $1,000 motherboard. And I've never held this much money in my life. So let's get the chip. My hands, my palms are sweating. I'm actually going to use tissues. Oh wait, that builds up static. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna ground myself, hopefully. Okay, this is scary as shit. Right. Uh-oh. What just happened? Okay, that scared the shit out of me. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold it by the notches, maybe. And the last time I had an issue with there was an issue with broken or bent pins in my last build, Gigabyte as well. So I'm a bit scared. Maybe a person with sweaty palms should not be doing this on such an unstable surface. Shit, man. Okay, let's see if we have bent pins. It looks like no. And there's an arrow. Oh my god, I'm getting so much sweat on this. Oh, it's wet. There's an arrow. The arrow points there. So I shall put it there. Doesn't look right though. Yes, it should be. Oh man, I'm so scared. Does it look right? Doesn't look right. But it should be this way. Let me. Okay. Yeah, it has to be. Only one way to find out. Oh dear God. Please. Let this be the way. We close it. Spring loaded, so gotta be careful with that. There's one. There's two. Okay. And there goes the motherboard. Might want to leave that there first. Let's do RAM. As I suspected, it's gonna be the orange slots because orange makes it go faster. Duh. Can't remove it from the box though. Okay. So we have 4 modules. First time I'm ever using 4 modules. That's not the right way. No, let's go here first. Wait, nobody goes here first. They always go here first, don't they? But we'll find out. Oh God. Oh, this is not going well. I needed to get something hard back into the motherboard box so that I can work on the motherboard without it flexing too much. I think I may need tools, even though I still haven't installed all the RAM, but I need tools, so I'm going to take this time to show you tools that I've bought for this journey, this very long-awaited adventure. And the first one is a Stanley Dynagrip ratchet screwdriver, which I assume is going to come in handy for something. I don't know what kind of I have no idea. I have no idea what kind of screw would require such a gigantic screwdriver, but I saw it and I liked it and I bought it. And there's a Rolson stubby ratchet screwdriver because I bought a screwdriver that was so big it scared the shit out of me, and I decided that I may you know, end up needing something small just in case I can't fit that gigantic handle into some areas. And lastly, which is something I may use right now, it's a it's a Rolson mini clamp flexi light, and this is something I'm going to use right now because I'm going to clip and use this for what I'm doing right now, which I think I need more light, and I'm sick and tired of having to figure out how I'm going to get light shining onto a part that I need, or a screw that I need to screw in because it's so freaking small, and I end up, you know, not getting it done, or I end up cutting my hand or hurting myself in some way because it just there's just not enough light when I'm working on these things. And this is a big build that I'm working on right now, especially with the Cosmos 2 case. So I'm gonna have to actually use this for once and figure out if it's gonna be helpful at all. I'm probably gonna clip it, I don't know, somewhere on my table and see if it's gonna help. Oh hells yeah! Okay, this is not as bright as I would have liked, but it's handy to say the least. At least it can clip onto things. I'm just justifying my purchases, as I always do. The clip's not very strong though, but it's okay. It'll work out, I'm sure. Okay. Third piece. Wait. Second piece. Building computers and can't count. Story of my life. It's actually harder to put in than it looks. That's what she said. Did I even... Okay, that sounded pretty like something cracked. Oh shit. I really hope I don't spoil this. At least let me spoil it when I turn it on. Nope, nope, nope. It's the other way around. Shit. That was scary. I'm not used to these one lever RAM slots. It's usually two and it clicks in for both sides. That's when you know you got it right. But this time, it's not clicking in for both sides. Just one. It's a bit scary. But hey, guess it works. And what else? What else can we do? Nothing else, I guess. It's time to move on to the case. That is a huge, and huge is an understatement, that is a huge problem. This is the beast that I've prayed for, that I've hoped for, that I've longed for all my life. And now, I shall enter him. Alright, we're gonna do the case now. It really scares me. Wow. Just wow. This is crazy shit. I don't know why, but people recommend putting the PSU first, so I'm just gonna do that. If it'll fit. done. Did I say done? I haven't even put on the screws for the power supply itself. Now before I install the motherboard, which is the next step, I'm going to remove these fans. Question is how? Well, not these fans, but this fan, because I don't want to use this right now. Ah yes, it's a thumb screw at the back. A thumb screw that is too tight for me to use my thumb on. Okay, this comes off, and I assume that's going to stay off for a while. So this fan whoop. Best screwdriver in the world. So that fan so stuffed up in here. Probably going to remove that. So that was connected to the fan controller actually, which this case has. So this case actually has a crap ton of other cables, and I had to put them away to the side. I'm holding this other side of the case up, this side over here on the left, with two laptop covers, because without those underneath the rails, it actually wobbles when you put force on it, and I don't think that's a good thing when you're installing the motherboard, especially when you're installing the motherboard on the left. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to put the motherboard standoffs. As you can see, this small little screw over here, and I believe there's one over here as well. We're going to fill up the rest. I'm going to bring the motherboard in as well and see which are the screws we're going to need. So we got one in A, one in C, and I'm trying to figure out if the standoffs are actually the same. So one in A, Right, and now it's time to finally insert our glorious motherboard. I think I am filled with static, I believe. Maybe I should take the nah. Alright, it's time to put this in. I have never seen a motherboard so dwarfed before. But before I do that, there's an I/O shield that I forgot to put in. Something that's in the motherboard. I was so excited to put the motherboard in that I didn't realize I forgot to put the I/O shield. Okay. It's shiny. It's nice. Whoops. All right. So when you get it in properly, it's supposed to have this subtle click, like so. That's when you know it's actually in, and it's actually in the right way. Alright. Time to get the screws in. Oh no, I'm not sure which screw to use. Can't be the long one. It has to be this one. The motherboard screws are a very tricky thing because you don't want it to be too loose. It is holding all your components after all, and yet you don't want it to be too tight. If not, you might crack the entire motherboard. So let's move on to the CPU cooler. Okay, let's unbox the H110. First time I'm going liquid cooling. It's all in one, so it's not really liquid cooling, but it's still liquid inside, so can't argue with that, eh? 140mm fans that go on top. Right. Tons of brackets and things like that. be honest, I'm not sure how to do this. Oh, this one's a bit roughed up. Shit. I hope this one's not the one I'm supposed to use, because that one's a bit banged up. Those are the fans. This is the radiator. Rack short. And the pump. Alright. So, liquid inside, eh? And this goes to the CPU, or the CPU fan header, I suppose. Now, I have to actually read to figure out what's what. Okay, so it says install this onto pump head. Okay, so I've been thinking about how I want to install the fans. Well, not the fans, but the radiator, because if I install the radiator in a certain direction, which is if I do it the other way, where the pumps are here, I feel like it's a bit of an OCD, but I think it's just gonna block some airflow, not all the airflow, but some airflow, and I don't really want to have that. I'd rather the pumps be here, because at least when when you put it on, it's like this. And it's not really blocking much of the airflow, because the pumps are going to be at the 5.25 inch drive base, which houses nothing much. And yeah, I think I'm going to put the fans. So it spins this way, it goes out that way. So one of it goes here. Well, this is a bit difficult to do. I need light. But this might be a bit of a challenge, because I'm not sure what to do. Let's refer to our all-knowing manual. What does the manual say? It says install the radiator. That's great. That's great. Right. So I think we gotta see if the red is right here. Where are the damn holes for this? Nope. Here? here. Okay, like that. It's here. Because we want to have air, the hot air going out that way. Okay, this is a tricky part. Let's see. Let me think. I just had to find out which way to turn the fan so that the cable gets the most leeway into the system, which is like this, I guess. Is that the shittiest thing I've ever had to install? Yes. Time to install hard drive. So first, let's unbox my new SSD. Okay. It's as it should be. It's as it should be. So CDs which I'll never use. Guides which I'll never use, and we'll install this shit once we get the old hard drives out of the cases. As I mentioned before, my hard drives are still in the old cases from my CM690. We have a wow, it's really bright. Seagate 1 terabyte. Another refurbished 1 terabyte. Another low speed 1 terabyte, and last of all, the one that I recently bought for video editing to store shit is this 3 terabyte. So once we get all of this shit out of the cases, we can start to install them into this portion over here. So we're probably gonna have to remove this for now, if I can. Okay. I'm gonna decide to put this the drives here because I might want to remove the top cage. So I'm gonna put all my drives over here. I'm gonna say the SSD goes here, right? Although I'm not sure how we're gonna install it. I think there might be screws for the SSD, which they didn't provide, which is sad. And I'm gonna guess that they are the short screws, the really short screws, the flat ones. You see, 6 hours ago, I couldn't tell coarse thread screws from fine thread screws, and now I'm more like the bee's knees, yo. But I think it's this one. Only one way to find out though. Only one way to find out. Okay, we're gonna be doing some form of cable management here. I have 3 very nice SATA cables and 3 kinda subpar crappy SATA cables, but I think they all work the same. I actually have a very crusty old LG drive over here. It's a DVD drive. It's crusty, but it has served me quite well. So we're gonna put this into the 5¼ inch drive bay. But first we have to get the sticker off this. I'm gonna have to ghetto film this because I can't get a stable platform to put the camera on. I will say that the Cosmo 2 is greatly improved from whatever the hell they've come up with so far. So the bay is just, you know, it's removed, just pull out, and it's a gaping hole right now. So I believe the drive kind of goes in from here. But it's locked, so you just need to push and it's unlocked, and then you can push it all the way in, I suppose. I might be wrong, but maybe I didn't unlock it. There we go. And as I mentioned before, so this SATA cable comes here. The two most intimidating things for me right now are power routing and this bunch of cables right here. So instead of doing power first, I'm gonna open this up for once. Finally. Just to see exactly what cables are supposed to be. Or these are supposed to be. Okay, so right off the bat, we have the power and SATA cables for these two hot swappable drives right here. Not sure if you can see it. These two things. Basically, from the front, you can kind of open it over here, and you can swap out hard drives, mechanical drives, I believe. I'm not sure if you can do SSDs, but you should be able to. Where you use these for hot swaps in case you need quick access to, you know, go in and out of removing drives and stuff like that. If you do a lot of recording and you want to put them in to unload and then bring them out again. But anyway, these are going to go into the SATA ports over here, and I'll connect them. I'll probably just connect them right now, since, you know, everything's a mess. And this gigantic bunch of cables right here, this is scary to me. So I'm not sure what else I can show about the power supply, except the fact that one end goes to the other. So this gigantic cable, it fits into the power supply portion at the bottom over here. There should be a click, sort of. I don't know if I'm gonna give two shits about the cable management right now, because I just want to get it done and see if that quote-unquote faulty USB port actually works, because I'm afraid it doesn't, and I might have to send in the entire motherboard again if it doesn't. So that really sucks. So I'm just gonna try and get all the SATA ports or SATA power filled up right now. Now we run the cables that we did before, going from shortest to longest. Things that you really should do before connecting all this shit, to be honest, with this bloody CPU cable over here. And I should have thought of that sooner. Well, it's my problem now. It should go in easy. I can get it to stick. It's an 8-pin, it's 4, and then another 4. And this is always a bitch to handle. And I hate this. I really hate this. So I've kind of arranged some of the cables over here. These tiny little cables, you can see it says power switch, reset, and hard disk drive LED. That's what shows all the cool little lights and powers the cool little buttons on the case. This one doesn't have a power LED though, so reset, plus and minus. So after about like 10,000 hours, I kind of did of extra cable management. Very trivial stuff that took a very long time. Figured out how to make everything look a bit neater, although I kind of damaged some of the rubber grommets over here. And besides that, I also changed the position of the fans and stuff like that. What's left is graphics card and sound card, which I have here, my MSI 780 Ti. So we're gonna install the graphics card now. Alright, here come the final frustrating few steps of this mission. And last but certainly not least, it's the Sound Blaster Z that I've been keeping with me for the past 9 months. Now, only one question remains. Will it boot? Let's find out. Holy crap. It's going. It beeped. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, for some reason, it is starting Windows. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is starting Windows. What the shit is happening right now? But first, we got cool stuff here. It controls the speed of the fans. Which gets pretty loud actually. What else? LED. If I press the button. If I can press the button. LED goes off, LED goes on, stuff happens. What else? There are diagnostic numbers over there. 00 means good, I think. I don't believe the Corsair thing lights up like the H110i, but it's fine. I think I forgot to connect the back fan. Shit. Graphics card is running. Fans are running. Nice glow to the sound blaster. What else? Gigabyte thing has lights on it. What else has lights on it? This thing? No, I thought this thing would have lights on it though. Oh well. But hey, it freaking worked with all the fans and everything. So, good job me.
We so horny.